Dnipro and you online. As you can see, we have our guests from online right there, and so they'll be showing their reactions on the screen. While I'm not sure if we can get the same for the audience here, but I'm pretty sure you can give a big thumbs up and greet every single speaker we have here on a stage. So for now, how are we doing? I really want to go over the technical stuff for now. So first of all, the people here in Dnipro, can I get your attention? We have a stage over here. You can go further, but you will not be visible for the guests. Well, maybe you will be, but try to stay in this vicinity in order to be audible, because the microphone is going to be over here. And feel free to enjoy and like say whatever you want when you're on the stage. Now, for folks online, I really want to also get some engagement from you. I'll be on a laptop right there, managing being a Zoom host and sort of a DJ of today's meeting, trying to manage the microphone, the audio, the video for everyone. We will not be able to hear your claps when this microphone is going to be working, but what I'll ask you to do is like wave your hands, raise them in the air to show that, yes, we greet the speaker. Has everyone seen it? Awesome. You're awesome, guys. Thank you. And any other things that I want to say? Well, I don't know. So we have a pretty formidable team of like array of speakers today who's gonna bring this meeting about, and hopefully we can have a good time. Especially we have a interesting table topic session and presentation by renowned speaker. And I'm asking about Eric. Are you ready with your the meeting? So, guys, very happy to see you all. I hope we can well, enjoy the meeting today. It's a test, so make sure to give us feedback on how it went, how you liked it. And without further ado, I bring you Eric.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, guys, I had planned on talking today about travel, and somehow the meeting kind of got to the point of about happiness. We had a chat in the office group. Why do we care about happiness? Is happiness important in life? Who thinks it's important to be happy in life? Raise your hand. Anybody not raise their hand? I see some people. All right, you just don't want to raise your hand, but I think everybody thinks happiness is important, right? So I want us to kind of warm up a little bit today, evoking some good endorphins and feel good. So one of the things is smiling is contagious, right? We all know that. So I want everybody to put on a smile and just look at people around the room right here. Just a big smile and get some good energy out here. Everybody on the camera, give us your best smile too. Good energy flowing over here. All right, so why does smiling do that? Because the natural state of who we want to be is a happy person. We want to get to our true self. All right, can we share the screen, Vivian, and go to the slide? We'll put this link up here. This is a shared presentation out there that I got. I think it's just kind of had a lot of useful little things inside of it. Quick little presentation about happiness here. So we want to achieve this every day, but it's very hard to get us into this state. We have to kind of train ourselves to be this way if we're not naturally in that disposition. I'm not naturally in a happy disposition when I wake up in the morning. Who's very happy as soon as they open their eyes? Yeah, a few of you, a few natural people that are. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's not my natural state of affairs. Go to the next one, please. So what we have to do is we need to try to find that inner happiness that we've got in our life, and that kind of brings it out. So we want to kind of think about it. I can't tell you how to be happy. You can't tell me how to be happy. We can give you some techniques and things like that, but you've got to find that in yourself. You've got to come to the realization that it's something that you want to achieve and to be. So one of the things that makes me happier is when I can reduce my stress. I can tell you that. So I found techniques to cope with that. So that's something that gives me stress, where I want to think about it all the time, and sort of dominates my existence. I want to put that on pause so that I can focus on happiness again. And that's something that's helpful. So again, this quote from Aristotle, I think is useful. Happiness depends on ourselves, basically. So we have to find what works with us. So we can't describe it, right? It's something that is just within us, and we want to kind of get it to surface out. One of the things that's really helpful, is to be around people that have it as well. There's sort of positive energy that gets released in terms of those people as well. So maybe it's our family, good friends, activities that we like to do. Finding purpose is very important too in our life. We know what we want to do and we're happy about doing that. So that's kind of the general headline of it. We'll talk a little bit more about this in between some sessions if we have time, keeping things up to date a little. So you can stop here just for a minute here. Again, we'll share this little presentation with you, but I'm talking about people that give happiness to us, being around happy people. I want to introduce our technical team today to help us go along. And one of the first people with this is somebody I like to spend time with because I get very happy when I'm around her. And interestingly enough, she's the one that's going to keep track of our time today. So I want you to welcome to the stage to explain her role, Lysia Yurchesh, please.
Thanks, Eric, for such a lovely presentation. Actually, today, as always, we have timer because we want it to be very on time this time. For impact features, today we have our friends from ArtTalkers. So at 5 minutes, I will show your green light, at 6 minutes, yellow light, and at 7 minutes, red color line. For workshop, we have me at 20 minutes, so be very attentive and take part in very actively. About our usual impromptu speeches, table topic session, we have from 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will show you the cut light. So it means that you can still continue to talk about what you want to talk, what you want to share with us. At 1.5 minutes, I will show you yellow cut, and it means that it's okay, but let's go to the conclusion. And when you show this red cut line at 2 minutes, please continue as fast as you And about other evaluation, as usually we have for speech evaluator from 1 to 3, from table topic evaluator near 30 seconds for each participant, and on other technical team can speak as much as you want. So thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, we don't have our grammarian just yet. So one of the things that we was just brought my attention, why don't we take a few minutes over here and let the people online maybe introduce themselves. So I can go ahead and pop you up here. Let me just put the speaker back on. Vinny, sorry, can you put the sound back on here? We want to have people introduce themselves. We're waiting a little for our premiere here. And you can yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, so I'm going to be speaking from my laptop. It's a different quality, but I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. Eric, why don't you pick someone and I will ask them to do what you want.
We just wanted to kind of introduce.
Pick someone. You see the
third row over. I can't see the name.
third row. Okay, Nika Parks.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Nikita Parks. I'm in Northern England, and the scene behind me is a few minutes walk from home. It's dawn, so looking on the positive side, isn't sunrise better than sunset? And I'm a member of clubs in districts 71, 72, and 91. Thank you.
All right, and this one over here.
All right, the lady to the side, Jacqueline Hogan. I'm pretty sure, I hope I spelled it correctly. Can you introduce yourself?
Of course, it's Jackie. Yes, I'm Jackie Hogan. I've been a Toastmaster for many, 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 many years. I'm based just west of London. I belong to 2 clubs. In fact, I'm VPE at 2 clubs, and I'm also an area director.
Go to the next row down. And the third one over. Second one over. Sorry. Do that.
Oh, I think Alicia.
Alicia, I'm sorry.
We know you, but why don't you?
Thanks, Vadim. Yes, hello everyone. My name is Alicia Kirst, current District 100 Program Quality Director, and I've been coming to this club for quite a few months now. So thank you very much, Eric and Vadim.
What about Karen?
Hi, my name is Karen Lucas. I'm a past international director, just rolled off the board here in Southern California. It's 2:25 in the morning. I'm a member of 7 clubs in 4 districts, and it is an honor and a pleasure, and I am thrilled to be in the room with you, Vadim and Eric and everybody.
Becca Bookworm, man, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello everyone, and Slava Ukraini. I'm from Helsinki, Finland, and I'm the Vice President of Education at Finlandia Toastmasters. And I've been with Toastmasters since 2014 and got my DTM a couple of years ago. And still struggling with the Pathways program, but I'm trying to teach it to the members of my 2 clubs. Thank you.
I see Varvara. I know you, but can you introduce yourself to the other people here?
Yeah, sure. So hello, everyone. My name is Varvara Potachevska, but you may call me Barbara, and I must rename it after into Barbara. I am a vice-president of a Ukrainian-speaking club called Svoya Srochka, and I'm happy to be here. By the way, this Moscow is this photo was made in Istanbul because I live in Kyiv, but currently I'm in Turkey. And there is one more thing that I want to ask you. Can you please, during your table topic session, your master take the microphone, because it's a little bit hard to understand what you're talking about if you're without microphone.
Oh, okay, but can you hear me right now? Is it audible?
Yeah, it's perfect. For now, it's really good, but with
like
the microphone, it's the hard.
Okay, we'll try to be as close to the microphone as possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, we have Maxime. Can you introduce yourself? Microphone.
Sorry. Hi to everyone. My name is Maxime. I'm in Kyiv, working in an insurance company as a property insurance underwriter. I'm here for the first time, so I think this is going to be fun. Glad to hear you all.
Jasmine. Jess.
Hi, I don't know, good afternoon and good morning. I'm Jasmine from Malaysia. Actually, I'm from Borneo Island. There's a club called Muri Club. So actually, I've been come to your club for a few times. Actually, it is really nice, but sometimes I do have to try my time. And then, of course, I'm a BPM in the club. I have been 2 years treasurer, so I've been 3 years in this club. And I'm still only in level 4, so it's still very far away for any DTM topic or whatever. So I'm still learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiffany. Oh, no. Tiffany, can you introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, certainly. I'm Tiffany from United Kingdom, live in England, in the south. I'm part of the Chiltern Speakers Group. Been with Toastmasters now about 2.5 years. I came on in the lockdown period. I'm impressed from what I've seen here this morning, so thank you for having me, and I can't wait to see what you guys are obviously doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's other people don't have their camera on, and we go back to Eric and listen to him.
You guys are still on mute. Adam, mute.
And all right, so we're getting, appreciate you all working with us through our little experiment technical issues here. We'll get it perfected by the next section, definitely, sure. But so happiness is about kind of also taking adversity and kind of working with it as well, right? Make some fun out of it, make some jokes, etc. But again, it's this inner feeling. We can't describe it in the word, but we are here for Toastmasters to improve our vocabulary, to improve our English, to improve our expression and form. So therefore, during this happiness session that we can't describe, we have Berezhnoy to help us describe everything else. And welcome, Ludmila. Push.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome guests. There are a lot of people from different parts of the world today. That's great. I'm your grammarian, and my first task is to listen carefully of your usage of English language, and I will take notes of using all grammar, so please be precise in that. The second task I'm going to do is introduce you the word of the day. Today is prodigious. 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 Yes. Prodigious. It's an adjective. This adjective means remarkable or impressive trait in instant size or degree. So synonyms of prodigious can be prominent, outstanding, amazing, great, breathtaking, extraordinary. Please use this word of the day, prodigious, and I wish you success in your speech. Prodigious.
Okay. So we'll sit it up here. All right, we'll take it after there's something. So let's get to the meat of our session over here. So we've got these separate parts of our presentation today. We kind of done a little bit of an intro, and now we get into the meat of the meeting here, which is the presentations, workshop sessions. We're going to have that. Then we're going to have a chance also for you guys to speak after what's known as our table topic session. And then we're going to have evaluation and feedback coming at the end over here. So a lot still full pack. So let's get moving over here with our first speaker. We're very lucky. We have a guest today from ArtTalkers, which also is another English-speaking club in Kiev. And he's going to give us a talk today on, get it exactly correct for him over here, the worst person. The worst person. This is Mykhailo Tur, please.
Raise your hands, those of you who think that men live less in winter. Great job, correct. Actually, I knew that fact already when I was 6 years old. But when that year my dad shot himself, I thought, oh, that's much less. It isn't a joke, it is truth. I mean, if I would make this fact for the sake of humorous speech, it would make me quite a strange person, yes. But thanks God, I'm not weird, and it's all truth. So that is that. Actually, my dad's father was a very useful lesson. Since that, I know that a real man always sticks to his gun and keeps powder dry. I was raised by women. My mom, grandma, and my aunt. And I got some immense features. I'm inventive, unbelievably cute, and smart. You see, I didn't say cunning and sly because we have some beautiful women in the home. So smart is the word. I'm also cautious and observant. When my mom got married for the second time, I didn't trust to make friends with her new husband. I said, let's wait for 6 years first. Then I went to him and asked him. So, how is your mood? Little blue, maybe kind of depression? No, why? Just checking expiration date, never mind. He is still alive. And he didn't get what I meant, that's why I'm still alive. The time I was already 17 years old and I started dating girls more often. At some point, I thought maybe the story would work, the story about fast and suicide, and girls would pity me, and then maybe, you know. That's why I said let's go as it was. Suicide. I was 6 years old, by the way. She looked at me without a teeny tiny bit of emotions and asked, how exactly? To answer himself from short years and beyond my hand with himself. Whoa. That was how I got into 2 years of relationship with this girl. It is a true story. If you want, I can give you her number. You call and ask. But please be careful. Don't ask. Hello, it's about Mykhailo Humorous Speech. Your dad committed suicide or not? Because she still has the contacts and she's pretty hot-tempered. She can find me and there will be one more man in my family. You know, there are not many of us already. Pick her. And I hadn't had much communication with men in my youth. That's why now I try to talk more to guys. Once I was at a bachelor party and there was a guy, psychotherapist, his name was Sasha. Sasha liked to ask smart questions so that we could discuss things. But Sasha didn't know me very well. That's why his question to me was, Michael, would you like to be a father like your father is? Despite wrong grammar tenses, the question, I appreciated it. My answer was neutral but honest. Yes, up to a certain point. To which point? And now I was going to tell him to which point and mock him a bit. But there also was my very good friend Igor. Igor knew the whole situation and he started laughing. Sasha asked him, Igor, what are you laughing at? Yes, Igor, what are you laughing at? I repeated. And since Igor had experience in my twisted sense of humor, he tried to explain what was wrong, that I was going to embarrass Sasha. But Sasha, as any other psychotherapist, was very careful with such topics. He turned to me and asked, Michael, is it true? And I put very sound expression on my face and said, yes. Because our psychological counseling is very expensive and I get it for free. Actually, today I let myself give you speech only because my mom in the United States. It is 2:30 a.m. She's sleeping and can give me great mental slap for the choice of the topic. If my dad wants to punish me, well, he can try. But believe me, he wouldn't. He's looking up at me from the very deep of the hell and smiling because he knew the value of a good job. Sometimes he thought it was time for that. My dear Toastmasters, since we are still alive, we have to know that even death isn't a reason to stop laughing. It is very relevant for the time we live here. This state of thinking will make us strong and unbreakable. But please, beware of laughing at people. Do like I do. You wait they die, then you laugh. Otherwise, you risk becoming the worst person in their life. Sure, the title of the topic, which is the worst person, isn't about my dad, it's about me. And it's about Andrew Woodgett from ArtTalkers who laughed so hard. But you guys, congratulations, you are all saying almost I heard some last this part. Now let's be fun. Even if life makes us take our arms to take a bath, we will drag it to the right, just in case it's not here. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. All right, so that was an example of a humorous speech. And we had that today because yes, sorry. This example, I'll finish it. It's an example of a humorous speech. One of the things we like to do is give feedback to people. So we have a 1-minute pause. There's a link in our Telegram chat, and it also should be in the Zoom chat as well. So go ahead and please give some feedback to Michael on his humorous speech. Yeah, it's coming. The link's coming. And by the way, just a reminder, the reason that we're doing kind of a humorous speech today is to give you a reminder that we're going to have a humorous speech contest next week, right here in this location at this time. I'll announce it again. But that's why today we've got a couple of presenters that are going to give examples of what we're going to be competing with. All right, guys, that's good. Thanks for that feedback from Michael. And on to our next speaker, who is going to give us some example of an ideal toast formula. And we're very lucky. This is a Dnipro Hills. We're glad to have him in our group. He's a distinguished Toastmaster, first DTM in Ukraine also. He's going to give us a lot of good insights, and this could help us in all of our presentations. Let me welcome to the stage now, Timur, Berezhnoy, please, the ideal toast form.
Thank you, Eric. You want me to take it on? Put it on? Like here?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, I think it will be a good idea. All right. We still have this online part, yes? Or is it?
That was the tone.
Hi guys online. Hi guys offline. Well, it's really great. We have a finally an offline meeting, and it's my greatest pleasure to be here with you guys. So today I will not just give a speech, it will be a small master class if you don't mind. So you will maybe be able to learn something useful. And we'll talk about toasts. Imagine a situation, wow, two of us speaking. And imagine a situation, you are at a party, it may be a birthday or whatever, and you need to make a toast. But the only thing that comes to your mind is счастья, здоровья, долгих лет жизни, health, happiness, success, and something like that. And or just it's blank and you're afraid and you don't know what to say. You think it will be maybe banal, or maybe it will be uninteresting, or maybe someone has stole this already. Have you had such situation? You can raise a hand if you have. Wow, some people. So today I'll give you a formula which will help you to make toasts. It's very simple, but using this formula, you will be able to do quite good toasts. It can be either a big toast, a long one, with a long story, like a Georgian style toast, if you heard of that, or it can be a short toast, maybe just 30 seconds. So first of all, I'll give you an example. Dear Natalie, let's imagine it's Natalie's birthday or something. Dear Natalie, you know, I remember you made a speech once at Dnipro Hills, maybe it was kind of 10 years ago, and you brought a plate of fruits and vegetables. And you made a speech about healthy nutrition. It was amazing that you said, guys, you see these fruits and vegetables, and this is the only thing I need during the day. And you taught us how to be healthy and how to eat correctly. And what you also said in the speech was that you see how young I look. You said you were maybe 30 and you look like 20. And you said, you see how young I look. It was true, you looked really young. But what I should say now, that 10 years have passed and you look just the same. You're very beautiful, very healthy, I believe that. And what's most important, maybe for the club, very energetic, and you are really doing a lot for Dnipro Hills, which is very beneficial for us and which makes glad every member of this club. So I want to wish you to retain this energy, retain this healthy lifestyle, always be like a shining sun for Dnipro Hills, and enjoy all this a lot. Thank you. This is my toast for Natalie. And what formula did I use? Maybe you have some guesses. There were 3 steps in my toast, 3 stages. Who can tell me? Please. Yes, it was the second stage. There was a compliment. What else? Story. A story. Well, we can say that, but what story was that? Yeah, it was a story from the past. So I call this reminiscence. In Russian, воспоминания. Guys online, are you following? Because you'll be practicing too. You will be practicing too. I should say it here. Okay. Reminiscence. I told a story, something that happened in the past. And finally, what was the third? Wishes for the future. Wish, yeah, it was the wish. So the formula is just like that. It's called RCW. Reminiscence, compliment, wish. That's it. It's very simple. You make a wish. So it should be connected to what you said before. I used a metaphor, you're shining like a sun. It's complementary, so it's some addition. You can skip a metaphor, you can say with your own words or without a metaphor. You can use one if you want. But in general, there is a wish. So if you have learned a little bit this formula, I propose the following scheme. First, one of us can practice here, and maybe I'll give some corrections. So you will see how it works to do it better. And finally, we'll practice in pairs. What do you think about this? Great. Who would like to be the brave man or woman here on the stage to try? You can make a toast to whoever. It can be a person present here. It can be a person who we don't know. It doesn't matter. the thing is that you practice the formula. Please. Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander.
Alex, please, the stage is yours. Oh, I should give you the microphone. Please.
Right. So actually, I quite not like giving toasts, but I just when you told me about story from the past and the contest upcoming, and I rejoined Toastmasters just to participate in the contest, and I just remembered a story about Lesa, and that's the person who I would like to compliment. A few years ago, and I just joined the Toastmasters, and I was like completely new to this. I didn't know like how to write speeches, and I thought, God, I made such a good speech. I wrote it down, but it was too late that I think we had the contest on Sunday, and I had my speech ready on Saturday evening. And Lesa was like, please send it to me. I was like, sure. And she replied, do you want like the honest response or the response you want to hear? I was like, of course you want an honest response. And she's like, this speech is not gonna win. Let's say it did mild. I was like, Lesa, but it's Saturday, late evening. What should I do with it? Like, that's up to you. If it's still gonna, I mean, people still gonna enjoy your speech, probably, but it has no chance of any kind. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I wrote my speech completely, and around midnight or so, send it to Lesa. Lesa like, yeah, that looks much, much better. So I know she's a teacher, and she works, she does that for living. That's her passion. And it works for adults also, for me as well. So I'm pretty sure that your students are pretty lucky to have you. So I wish you to have this fire and passion for teachers, for teaching, and bring it not only for your students, but also for here in Toastmasters. We'll really like it to have you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I think it was quite a good example. So all the three elements were present, right? There was a compliment, there was a story. Sorry, I can't just do two things at the same time. I'm a man. You know that? Yeah. And there was a story. It was quite a long story, but it was interesting to listen to that because it was an intrigue. And there was a compliment and there was a wish. So quite a good job. Maybe you could, if I add just some general suggestions, you could add more emotions to the story. I said, wow, it's so late. How can I read? Or you could have added more emotions when you what was the result of your speech? Did you win? Kind of.
Yeah. This is the club level.
The club level we won. So the story is about the club level contest, right? And you did win.
Yes.
So you should have said maybe, and I won that contest, guys, with Lesa's help. So you can make a stress on that. You see people even applauding because people like emotions. But in general, the formula was observed. So guys, it was quite a good example from Alex. And I propose you to practice in pairs. And guys, girls online, you can do it too. I don't think we'll be able to make pairs online, but you can practice just yourselves. Just for yourself, try to observe all the three elements. Once again, it's RCW. Reminiscence, when you remember a story. You can call that a story if you want. Reminiscence, compliment, wish. That's it. So find yourself a pair and let's try. If you have questions, you can call me and I'll help.
We also break out.
Can we? Yeah, just maybe some people are online, some people are absent about that, but we can try. Let's have 4 minutes for practice. 3-4 minutes.
Okay, create breakout rooms and see you guys.
If we can create rooms, it's
Can
great.
you reiterate one more time the three letters?
Once again, RCW, reminiscence, compliment, wish. You remember a story about this person, you make a compliment based on the story, and you wish something basically on all that. That's it. Yeah, that's right. If you have questions, you can raise your hand. I'll come up and help. Yes.
Really well, but you need to be sincere making a compliment. So what to say?
Well, if you don't have stories, I mean.
Yeah, if you don't have.
Well, you can tell a story how you came here, saw this guy for the first time, and what do you think about him? You can make a suggestion, supposition, like probably you're a very good person if you have so many friends welcoming you and
yeah, good idea.
congratulating you, something like that. Already the second person. Shift to the second person, please. Change roles. Can you come up and make a photo? Closer look, yeah? Yeah. You were? I didn't notice. You came here? Ah, you do? Maybe I didn't notice. Okay, I was involved in my speech. Okay. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Close to finish. Yeah. Draw your speech to a close. All right. Finish. Little by little. Let's finish. All right. Mic is on. So now a minute of your attention, please. We are closing, yeah. So guys, I would like to hear your feedback. How was that? Did you manage to make a toast? Maybe you had some difficulties. That's what? Yeah, well, guys are returning. I think we can start. And they will join us later.
Yeah, nice formula. Nice formula. We tried it and it worked well.
Great. Any difficulties, any questions?
Yeah, I forgot the formula in the middle, but then nothing reminded me.
You can remember the letters RCW, reminiscence, complement, wish. RCW, like KFC, but a little bit different. To me, it looks a little bit like KFC or sounds, whatever.
They work well. Abbreviation.
Yeah. Because in Russian, yeah, one minute. In Russian, it's like ВВП, I think. Воспоминания, ВПП. Воспоминания, признание, пожелание. So I remember using letters. In English, we can do the same. RCW, reminiscence, complement, wish. All right, Eric, you wanted to ask something or say?
Maybe you could just repeat the question for people after. What about the timeline? How long should it be? And should you break it up into thirds or, you know?
It should be natural. It should be natural flow of your speech. I think it will be more beneficial. And time, it depends on you. You know, Georgians, they can tell a toast up to 10 minutes. So they tell a very long story. It can be a parable. It can be a fairy tale. And then they wish something to a person. So you can make a long story. You can take a short story. You can make all these 3 stages in 30 seconds, even. So use your fantasy, and it depends on the situation. There was a question from Ludmila, by the way, very interesting. If you don't know the person, you don't have stories. Oh, first of all, maybe this formula works a little bit better for people who you know, actually, with whom you have stories. But even if you don't have stories, there is a way out. You can, for example, you were invited somewhere, you see this person who has a birthday for the first time, but you already have a story because maybe he greeted you, maybe you talked a little bit, maybe you saw people congratulating him or her, and you can use this information to create a story. So even a short story that happened maybe 30 minutes ago, but it can also be a story. Just use your fantasy. Any other feedback from guys offline here? You were practicing, I saw. How was it? Did it? Yeah? Great. And now maybe let's ask people offline, people online. How was it for you? You who practiced and.
Please tell us your feedback or questions. One, two, three. What do you say? Well, they're not.
Guys were resting. I did. Okay. Anyway, you know why I joined Toastmasters, and I'm at Toastmasters. I've been here for 17 years because, as I said in one of my speeches, Toastmasters applaud anyway. So I wish you to get very many applause, even if you make a toast. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you, Timur. Appreciate it. Very good advice for everybody to do that, because, you know, sometimes it can be very awkward to people, you know, to have to do that. You've got an audience, And you got to say something nice. Do I be a little funny and all that? But I think to be natural is a good feedback for them to handle it. But that formula sort of solidifies it. So very good. Thanks, Timur. All right, now you guys at this stage go to our next part of the meeting. You get a chance to communicate and talk up here. And this is what's known as our table topic session. And we have another friend from ArtTalkers here today to come and conduct the session for us. Again, I introduce Alex Kritsky, please. We may want to hold the mic for people when they come up. I should hold the mic. Maybe it's, I think they could hear us.
Yes, the formulas for success. And formulas for happiness. Public speaking is one of the important ingredients that will make you happy. And this is the best place. This is the most friendly club, English-speaking club in Kyiv where you can practice. So we have some.
Touch it. I can hold it. Okay. Yeah.
And we have some simple rules. So it's good if your speech is structured. So for some reason, if the speech is structured, it's easier for our brain to comprehend the story. And it's good if your story is about like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes long, up to 2 minutes. Because if it is too short, maybe we don't get some interesting details. Yeah, and if it's longer than 2 minutes, we already want to listen to the next speaker. So at the end of this practicing table topic speeches, there will be voting. So there will be a winner. And I encourage you to volunteer, so you will feel happier. So the first question, an important ingredient of happiness is energy. So we need energy to achieve our goals. And to have more energy, we need like healthy food and oxygen, and have some rest and some positive thoughts. So here's the question. So how do you manage the energy you already have? So how do you focus your energy on your important tasks? And what do you think a person can do to have more energy the next week and in the future to feel happier? So who would like to volunteer? Natalie, yes, please.
Timur already presented me as an energetic person, so I have to talk about on the topic of energy. A few days ago, I found the diary that I had in school, where teachers put something, when I put my schedule and so on, when pupils put their schedule and so on. And there were pretty good grades there. But do you remember in the past, we had the grade for how did you behave, for the behavior. And half of grades for the behavior every week. So 1 week were good, and other weeks they were terrible. The lowest it can be. And it was for eating during the lesson. The next bad grade for the behavior was for moving a lot, talking to my classmates and so on. So I was distracting everyone. I was doing everything because I was super energetic child. And now I'm a super energetic person. And sometimes I also cannot concentrate when I start working. So this is why I need two things only, or two variants, or come to the working place an hour before to do everything, or come back home later, because I need to do so many things before I concentrate, before I start writing an article, or before I start, I get prepared to the meeting with my colleagues and so on. This is why I decided actually how to cope with that energy, not to throw it to this and that without, doing something something reasonable. So I decided to spend more time preparing to something, and then I'm ready. By the way, today, I woke up really early in the morning to be on time here and to prepare and to organize this meeting. I think that's my way to cope with my energy.
Yes.
I think the same question is Pekka. Can you answer? Sorry, I'll have to.
Sure. All right. I think the two most important ingredients for energy are people and the community around us, and purpose for whatever we do, purpose in life. I'll tell you an example. In 1988 was the first time I visited Ukraine. That's where I met a lot of nice people, a nice group of people. We had a great community. The second thing that I remember from that trip was that we had a lot of parties. And I think I made more toasts than I have ever made ever since in my life. However, I can still remember a third thing, despite of all those toasts. And that was that I signed a petition to change the name of the city where we were in at that time. That city at that time was called Zhdanov. It was in the Soviet Union. And there was a petition at the town hall that you could sign to change the name of the town to its original name, which was Mariupol. And I signed that petition, and I'm still proud of it today. So this is what I remember, my first reminiscence of Ukraine. And today, when I look at Ukraine, I see it as a beacon of bravery, courage, and freedom to the whole world. So I'm convinced that Ukraine has a bright and glorious future ahead of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I'll go with Jackie the same question, and then back to the table topic master, and then we'll have other questions. Jackie, can you please answer the same question? I saw your hand.
Yes, I can indeed. For me, the most important thing for generating and creating and maintaining your energy, in fact, building your energy to prodigious levels even, is a good night's sleep. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what's energetic about sleeping? But the secret is, you see, is that if you sleep well, then when you wake up, you'll bounce out of bed and you'll be full of all of the energy of life. And the next question you're probably going to ask is, how do I get a good night's sleep? And I think for a lot of us is that this is actually a really important question. Well, here are 3 tips to getting a good night's sleep that increase and engage your energy levels throughout the next day. The first is to get yourself a Fitbit. Now, I have one of these, and no matter how I feel when I get up in the morning, I don't know that I've had a really good night's sleep until I've checked what my Fitbit says. And I get out my phone and I check it and I think, oh, you know, I feel really energetic this morning. I must have had a good night's sleep. And then I look and I think, oh, it says my sleep level was 74%. And then suddenly I deflate. But most of the time, even if I'm not feeling that energetic when I get up in the morning, my Fitbit says I had a good night's sleep, and then I know that I'm ready for the next day. The second is to eat well. And as you can probably see, I eat well. And that means eating all of the things that you enjoy most: chocolate, cake, bacon butties, whatever it might be. And then you go to, I can see Alicia's nodding, and then you can get up the next morning knowing, I had a really good night's sleep because I am full of those carbohydrates that help me sleep. The third thing is to have a really nice +1, so that you're sleeping with someone that you enjoy sleeping with. And when you get up in the morning, you can think, oh, my life is happy and wonderful. And my energy levels are way up there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so we're back to Table Topic Master, and then we'll back with our online friends a little later for next questions.
Sleep is like waste of time, but actually it's time we invest into being productive the next day. And the next question is sort of what was first, the chicken or the egg kind of question. So when people are happy, they smile. But when people smile, they feel happier. So what comes first? The feeling or the smile, or the smile makes us, our smile makes us happier? And here's the question. How can we are practical people, how can we in some countries people smile more, in other countries people smile less. How can we benefit from smiling more, and how much good luck do you think we can attract with our friendly smile? So who would like to volunteer to feel happier? I don't see smile. I want to see a smile on your face. Oh, yes. Yeah. Timur.
Hi guys again. You know, I had a teacher from a neighboring country, which I will not name, but when actually about 2 years ago, I lost contact with him completely. But when our Maidan started in 2014, he called me, and all the time he said, "These are all Americans, these are all Americans." And also what I remember from him was he talked about smile. He said, you know, American smile is not sincere. Our Slavic, Ukrainian, for God's sake, Russian smile is more sincere. Just in our culture, Ukrainian culture, we have a sincere smile, what he meant. But the same opinion was surprising. I heard from Graham Cyber. He said people in Ukraine are more sincere than in the USA. So with all my greatest respect to the US, I haven't been to the US. And what I have seen here from Americans like Eric, for example, you have a sincere smile, for sure. Maybe because you live in our culture. But yeah, but I've seen in American films and with some people I encountered that people from foreign countries in America and Europe, sometimes they smile just because they need to smile. And in here in Ukraine, I saw such type of smile too. For example, quite a good man, my stage director when I played at the theater, he smiled that way too sometimes, just a politeness smile. So what I would like to wish you guys, the same that I wish to myself. I want my smile to be from my heart. There should be a sun shining inside you. There should be a very big smile in your soul. And that's why you have a natural smile on your face.
Thank you. Sure.
Alicia, it's your time to shine. What do you think about the smile?
Oh, I love to smile, as you can see. Usually I've got an RBF, which is the resting bitch face, like that. However, tonight I have decided that I am going to smile because there's only one reason we can all smile, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys can all screen. Let's have Hot Man on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That can bring out a true smile for the ladies. Yes, and the men are just going, ooh, yuck. We're not going to smile for him. That's Peter, ladies and gentlemen. I can see the natural smiles all coming on the ladies' glowing faces going, oh my gosh, yes. And as you can see in that middle picture, he is smiling. He's smiling at all of us. And he is definitely smiling at me because he is the hottest man on the planet. He's been to like about 5 Olympic Games, both summer and winter. And he just makes me smile. But you know what? I think the thing that makes me smile the most, and I think some of you will remember, it's McDonald's. I think that that is the thing that makes me smile the most because I just can't think of anything better than talking about Peter, maybe going to McDonald's with him and having a large fries, a really large Coke, and a Big Mac. And there's nothing better than sitting there eating the most greasiest, filthiest, dirtiest, disgustingest, ugliest, awfulest food on the planet. But you know what? You only live once. So let's all smile. Let's have a bit of Peter. Let's have a bit of McDonald's. And let's just all shine and smile tonight as we think of the most ridiculous thing on the planet. Peter and also McDonald's. And let's all smile. Thank you.
Fantastic. Everyone likes it in the audience. I hope you can guys sort of show like reaction like this. Good. Thank you. And I think we have Nikita as well with the same question.
Thank you. The chicken or the egg, which came first? Is the smile the chicken or the egg? Does it matter? I'm going to give you the psychologist's answer because I'm still trying to become a psychologist. It's like year 7 of my 1-year degree, but I will get there eventually. And I invite you to try a little experiment. I invite you to pick up your pen and put it in your mouth between your teeth, like this. And I defy you to be unhappy like this. What you have just established, I think you'll find, is that we have mind and body as one. The great philosophical question about mind and body, are they one and the same or are they different? We've managed to show that they are the same thing. We are one with our mind and with our body. Things that our body benefits from improve our mind and vice versa. So the trick is, if you're not feeling happy, smile. Even if it's a forced smile, you will start to become happier. If you're thoroughly miserable because something really horrible has happened, get in the shower and dance. Dancing and smiling are two really positive things you can do, which will be guaranteed to lift your mood. And of course, the third one is to come along to a Toastmasters meeting, because you will always finish the Toastmasters meeting in a better mood than when you arrived. It is one of the best pick-me-ups there is. So the chicken or the egg, which comes first? It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you put a smile on your face and you keep on thinking positively, and you will become happier. Slava Ukraine.
Inspiring speech, and we got some answers to Eric's questions. What can we do to feel that we feel happy in the morning? So maybe smile in the mirror and dance in the shower. Yeah, and so guys, that you see, good public speakers are happier. So this is so happiness is like a salad. Smile, dance in the shower, and practice public speaking. So here's the next question. One more ingredient. It's a simple question. One more ingredient that we need to be happy is oxygen. It is an important chemical for our body. So it's a simple question. What is your favorite way to oxygenate your body? To oxygenate your body means to do something that there is more oxygen in our blood, in our brain. Yeah, so who would like to volunteer and feel happy on the stage? Yeah, go ahead. What do you do to oxygenate your body?
What I am doing regularly to oxygenate my body, I am trying to sleep during the day. And it's not often, but sometimes it's happened. And I would like to say in 1 minute what's happened during some seminars which I attended 2 weeks ago. And it was resilience, the subject of the seminars, how to help people in Ukraine to have more be more resilient. And it was invited one great person. She was a psychologist in this area. And immediately I understood that it's not my case. And I slept. And the end of this, I've heard that, you know, guys, we have made some conclusions from this seminar, and I was very attentive. What does it mean? And I've heard that you need, guys, to be happy during the day and to find times for this. You need to write in your diary when you want to be happy. I want to connect two things, which was before and the last one. And I understood completely that I need to write. And even more, when I will forget about that, I'll do it. And I'm practicing this during these last 3 days. And I remind one situation in my life when I never used English, but I was in the US. And this is about smile. I was in a bank and I was very surprised when one guy invited me, and he knew my name, Igor. And he was so happy that he met me in the bank. But unfortunately, in 2 days when I went to the bank, I saw that one guy from China also came to the bank. And with the same smile, he said, "Oh, I don't want to say his name, but let it be who you are." And he was the same with the same smile as he met me. And I was very regret and disappointed, you know, because I thought that this smile was devoted only to me. So there is a big difference between country smile, but we need to be very open as to everyone to understand that our smile is really from our soul. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So I think for the grand finale, on the behalf of all presidents of all Toastmaster clubs, area directors, district directors, I want to nominate the person who hasn't volunteered but is very eager to take part. Karen, would you like to share your thoughts, please?
Thank you very much. On the last question about how to oxygenate one's blood, is that the question?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I do not have any prodigious way to do this. It is fairly boring. I walk the city. I try to walk the city, and my goal right now is 8 to 10 kilometers a day. We are on the road fairly regularly, and I like to walk the city typically before many of the people are up, just to get area familiarization and to be able to connect with anybody I might have on my electronic leash, my cell phone, that I need to chat with, either on Telegram or Clubhouse or whatever platform I find them on. And it helps me stay connected with others. And it also helps me work in various time zones as a professional, which I find myself up at all interesting and odd hours of the night. So getting a good night's sleep, if you hear my husband in the background snoring, is not something that I'm privy to, but it is something that does occasionally hit me very nicely when I cannot oxygenate my blood in that way. I will do so typically by walking the city and getting some exercise on. I do not have a Fitbit, but I do have my Apple Watch, and it tells me when I've gone enough time to probably get a coffee or something delicious. And that's typically what gives me a little bit of a break. In a former life, I used to work on an ambulance, and I'd have to give oxygen to lots of other people in emergencies and help them have a better day than when I found them. I didn't get to walk very often, and I got to drive a lot in Southern California. I prefer getting to do this now, although I keep my skills up either way. At the end of the day, oxygen is what leads you, what completes you, what allows you to regenerate. And if you find yourself connecting with another person, especially a +1, if you do get to sleep at night, that always helps too. I second that emotion. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
We can't
Please
hear.
turn your microphone on.
Vadim, we can't hear. Okay.
Do the voting. Telegram link, please.
Does everyone have the link, or do you need to pay for this poll?
Everybody have the link?
I like this.
We need this link? Anyone else?
Oh, but again, yeah, sure.
Anyone else? Okay, use the old good way.
Guys, can you hear anything?
Yes.
Yeah, but ready for that. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, guys, why don't we move on to our next stage? Can everybody hear me okay online? A little closer here, good, all right. We're gonna stand a little closer. Anybody else for the evaluators that are gonna be coming up over here, since we lost our microphone on the phone. But this is the stage where we get feedback on all the material that we've heard today, and our feedback session. So first up, I'd like to welcome to give feedback on Michael's speech, Natalie Parabocha, please. Let's just stay a little closer because we lost the microphone. So
Okay.
just right here, quickly.
Can you hear me? Those who are online?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So, what's the word of the day? Who can remind me?
Prodigious.
Prodigious. Mykhailo, you should have remembered it, because I'm going to say that your speech was prodigious. That is why yes, and I would like everyone to give their hands to Michael, because this was the contest speech, and Mike won the contest, humorous contest, the previous week, his club, it's ArtTalkers Club. And I like the speech so much. And as I saw Michael's speech before, other speeches, I must say that Mykhailo has prepared really well. Because as far as I can understand, you like improvising, yes? You like improvisation sometimes. But that speech was well prepared, better prepared than other speeches were, and that was well rehearsed. So it took more time for preparation than, because it was contest speech, and that's amazing.
I like how Mykhailo has involved the audience at the beginning. So he asked the question. It was pretty tricky question, and it was really fun because, you know, it made us fun. It made us laugh at least. I like jokes, and the jokes were really on the edge of looking weird, but they weren't looking weird. So they weren't weird. They were just really close to that, and that's the great mastery of making jokes at a really sensitive topic and making it really, funny and not offensive, because it's really hard to do, believe me, because I have been through so many humorous speeches, and I know how hard it is to make jokes on, to laugh at really sensitive topics. Sometimes I refuse to choose some theme just because it was sensitive and not to make something weird. And Mykhailo have been really confident and have been really brave to do that, and he did a really good job. I liked how Mykhailo has used the stage. I cannot use the stage because I want to be heard by our online participants, but you used the stage well. However, the microphone was like over here, and that was only one move of the hand, of the arm, and putting it on you. I hope our online participants heard you, but you could have done it as well. And you would have used this stage even more. I like those dialogues, talking to each other. Thank you. Talking to Sasha and you and your friend Igor. It was really understandable and clear that you are making the dialogue between three persons, not only two people, but three people. And what would I give you as well? You may speak a bit louder and distinguish your jokes. Speak louder when you're making a joke for people to laugh. Except those parts and those phrases you have to whisper sometimes and so on. And do not, you have your special style, and do not, as soon as you chose that topic, be more determined, be confident. I chose the topic, I'm joking, I'm making all those jokes, and everything's okay. So do not doubt if you are ready with the topic on the stage, because it is amazing, and you made a really great job. And I'm looking forward to seeing your next performance at the area level, and hope to meet you at the division level and to be your, to be your rival at the division level. So good luck, and another big round of applause to Mykhailo.
All right, thank you, Natalie, appreciate it. And then to give feedback for our table topics participants today, I'd like to welcome our member, Miroslav Mosik, please.
Thank you so much. Can I have a mic, or do
just stay right about, no, a little bit right this time.
Okay, because we have a lot of speakers from there. First of all, not only to speakers, I give as well feedback to the table topic master, and I want to compliment the questions. They were really fantastic, and how many volunteers were during the session. It shows that the questions and the topics were great. Also, it's for the first time ever that I saw that a table topic master at the end summed up the answers in the set of advices for the audience, which was really amazing. A little room for improvement is that you forgot to talk about the rules of the session. For example, how much time people have. We didn't mention this. You forget to remind about the word of the day, and I don't think anyone used it, maybe I'm mistaken. And you forgot to mention that people need to vote at the beginning. It would be good because they would note down the speakers for themselves. Maybe someone forgot. Now about the speakers. Natalie, of course, you are excellent at the stage. You used the technique from Timur. You started talking about the story, and you actually often do this, which is really nice. My only little advice that you have this thing that you often look down. Avoid this. Just not for yourself. Second speaker is Becca. When you talked about your visit to Ukraine, you sort of made my day with this. So it was very sweet and very nice story, very interesting. The only thing, it was a great speech in general. You are confident. The only thing is the vocal variety that I noted for myself. Like, because remember, when you talk on camera, your vocal variety is something that should be maybe the strongest, because you are not present here. You cannot show all the gestures that you put during the speech, and this should be your strong point. Jackie, wonderful presentation. You gave 3 advices, and those were excellent advices. But what I recommend you to is to make your message a bit stronger, because I mean, those things we all know, that you need to sleep well, you need to eat well, you need to have a partner. They are nice, but try to think about the stronger message. Timur, you use your technique, of course. You're an excellent speaker. The story, the compliment, plus joke, plus eye contact, it's all was excellent. My only thing is that avoid talking stereotypes. You may offend some people with this, about the smile, this American smile, and so on. There are a lot of wonderful Americans who are sincere and sweet and nice. So try to avoid, especially when it comes to nationalities. Alicia, I love to smile. You started with this, and you are nice. You are glowing. You used a joke. How do you do this? That you change your screens and you use these pictures in the speech. It was just amazing technique. It was also something that I saw for the first time. I would only say that showing naked men on your background is kind of a gray area. So personally, I would avoid it, although it was kind of fun, of course. Then Nikita, I hope that I heard this right. Is it correct? Thank you. I love your blue and yellow t-shirt. I noticed it. So actually everyone who shows the support to Ukraine, my sincere gratefulness for this, and we really appreciate the support to us. And I know that even with the clothes, you also show some message. The clothes can give the message, and we got this. And thank you so much for this. You showed the great answer to the question. You reminded about the importance of body language. But the only thing is that be careful with the gestures, because either your internet or it's kind of like when you talk and use hands, they disappear here and there, and it's like funny pictures when this is when you use this background and when you have this disappearing gestures. So maybe you can think how to improve that in the future. Another is Igor. You told even several stories on the stage. You mentioned the expert in the topic, which makes the audience believe you. You look pretty confident, and I know it's like your second time here, so that's really wonderful. The only my couple of advices is that you started talking in quite low tone. That to me, quite there, it was sometimes difficult to hear you. So work on your voice variety and avoid saying you need. instead of saying you need, I would recommend to say I encourage you to, if you want to encourage people to do something. And the last is current. You reminded about the question, which was really great, because by the end of the first answer, personally, I forgot about the question. So that was nice. You are also confident. You have a lovely smile. Even our topic master complimented this, and that was really true. You talked about walking the city as something that gives you energy, but how did it change your life? How it impacted your life? So the same as one of the speakers, I wanted a stronger message, not just telling the story, but the strong message. What did it actually give you? Maybe there is a story about walking in the city or something like that. So that would be good. But the winner is, who do you know the winner is of the table topic session? It is exactly a woman that showed naked man. It's Alicia. We have a ribbon. Yeah, I know. I wish we could give you a ribbon, but for this, you need to come to Ukraine. Now you have a good reason to get our ribbon. Congratulations.
Thank you, Miroslava. Great review over there. Congratulations, Alicia. And I guess it's okay if you show naked men, if you show naked women too, to balance it out. So we'll have one of the men. All right, and moving along, we need our evaluation from our technical team over here. And first up, maybe we can have our grammarian report over here from Ludmila, please. Come on up.
Nice to see you again, dear friends. First, thanks for two people who use this word of the day, prodigious. They were Natalia Porubocha, please applause, and Karen, our dear guest on the internet, and other speakers, especially as professional as Timur, who also did it, but they didn't, unfortunately. There is a list of synonyms used, and now my grammar report. I'm an English teacher, that's why I have no problem with our guests from Table Topics. They are native speakers, so calm down and relax. What can I say about others? Everyone was quite professional today. One small suggestion to Timur. Being a professional speaker, I would like to recommend you just work on your English level. Everything is all right, but upgrade your level, okay? It would be nice using a lot of synonyms and vivid words which would make your speech more, special, I would say, because your statement here is a great example for new members, for guests. So you have to, and being a leader and a strong person. So I wish you to work on that. The other speakers, thank you very much. You gave me pleasure. Only one small recommendation. Some words were mispronounced. If you want, I will give you my report afterwards, which were thanks a lot, Table Topic Master. Everything was wonderful. I think that's it. Yes.
All right.
I didn't have a lot to do. Thanks, everyone.
Very good. Thank you very much. And last up on our technical team here to give us our time review, Liz, please. Welcome.
Hello all. Actually, as all of you see, now we are almost on time, so everything works well except any technical issues. And about our speakers for today, Mykhailo, 6 minutes 2 seconds. Timur, 19 minutes 45 seconds, so almost 20 as he wanted to perform. About table topic session, I just reminded all of you that the most actual time during table topic session, it's from 1 to 2 minutes, but 2:30 it still can be okay. So Natalie 2:30, Pekka 1 minute 30, Jackie 2 minute 20, Timur 2 minute 5, Alicia 1 minute 30, Nikita 1 minute 47, Igor 2 minute 45, Karen 1 minute 57, and almost all of them were on time. It's really good to know this. About other evaluation, as usually they take much more time than they can do this, but at least they made so great evaluation, so I think we can forget this to them. Natalie 4 minutes 45 seconds, and Miroslava 6 minutes 40 seconds. And about grammar report, it took 1 minute 30 seconds, so it's all.
All right, thank you very much. All right, great. Hey guys, I appreciate it today. We're almost back on time, but we do have a hard stop in the restaurant at 3 o'clock. So we're going to try to wrap it up and get our food ordered. But a few last minute things over here. I did post a version of the presentation up, so we don't have time to go over little tips there today. And there's other things too that you can do, and positive visualization and affirmation, etc. But the basic thing is to be happy, don't be unhappy. Right? That's all we have to remember. So with that, I thank you all today. Let me turn it back over to our president for closing. Vadim. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm very happy. I hope this test, this pilot meeting was all right, and I hope we can get some more guests from online for the future meetings. I really want to have some closing words from our friends online, because once we have this, we have a photo, and then we finish the meeting. If you have any just 10 seconds thoughts, please let me know from online friends.
Can you guys?
Well, I guess you don't. So I really want everyone to come closer for the photo. I hope you guys online, you were always with us. We were able to see you. We're gonna make a photo, and then we're gonna close the meeting because we have to go really fast. Thank you all for being with us. I hope you can write some feedback to me, Natalie, or just in a chat and Dnipro Hills chat. Thank you for being with us, and yeah, have a good day, have a good night. Stay for the photo, and guys, come closer. You can take screenshots and send us. That would be very much appreciated.
I didn't know. I had an idea.
Well, she's going to take it from here. That's why I didn't want to. Okay. I see. But I think it'll be.
No, you
We don't have
covered a
time,
part of the screen. Yes. Can you please move only a bit? Yeah, more to the left. Now you have to be close to each other like never. Yes. I don't know if for some reason it's timer here.
Oh, you
What is going on?
Down.
You have to like stay forever.
No, sorry.
How many seconds? Just take any of like 1 hour or 2.
Yeah, a bit more.
I shut it off.
I know. Oh no.
Put it on. Yeah, because we have.
Yeah, the signal disappeared.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Oh, we expired out.
Yeah, thank you for being with us. I'm sorry.
I wanna have some closing. If you wanna say something or like stay for just 2 minutes with us, please.
Thank you for having us, Vadim.
Thanks, Vadim. It's always good to see you.
Thank you. It's been lovely
Thank
meeting.
you. Great to be here.
Great. Well, as I said, if you have any feedback, then make sure to
Let us know. I hope
you're
you were able to
enjoy.
sorry about the
microphone. We'll have to fix it for the next time. But please tune in and thank you for being with us once again.
Great meeting.
Thank
Great
you.
meeting.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lesia. I'll speak to you soon, Lesia.
I'm just turning it off. I'm leaving. Oh, we have 1 hour more.
But I don't know if they want us to sit here. Let's pack it. I mean, I would say we start the meeting and we may not want us to change the table too. They may not want us messing the table before.
It was a cool meeting.
Thanks, Lesia. Can you hear us? Not sure if she can hear us. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Thanks, Lesia. I don't think she can hear us.
Probably not.
No.
It was worth it,
She looks very
definitely.
pensive. Yes.
Yeah. This is their first time actually doing Lesia. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? No.
No, sounds like not.
Okay.
The blank
Have
stare.
you all been here? Have you all participated several times already?
I've been here since March. I've been coming since March of this year. She's so Lesia is my main Lesia is my main contact in Ukraine, Lesia and Vadim. So that's a nice bag. I
know,
that.
right? Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a t-shirt. Oh my god, I want that t-shirt.
Oh.
Where? Oh, here she's coming outside to speak to us. Here we go. Hello.